New blocks and features are slowing down for the new Minecraft 1.16 snapshots, which means we are inching ever so closer to an official Nether update release. Oh, hi everyone, Dewlan here, and welcome to Snapshot 20w19a. This week, the snapshot focuses more on bug fixes, balancing, and just some little quality of life things in the Nether, the first of which revolving around the Strider. If we go into the statistics tab, which is now lovely organized, and we go to distance traveled by Strider, you can see that that is now an option. We've already traveled 1.7 kilometers, and so that was just kind of one of the things that was missing from these lovely little creatures here. And in the balancing part of this snapshot, Bastions have become a little bit more rare to find in the Nether, and in my opinion, this is probably a good thing. There's too much good stuff in this for them to be spawning everywhere. In soul sand valleys, you can now find little patches of soul sand, and in all biomes of the Nether, you can now find little patches of gravel, as well as blackstone, which is actually really nice, because I was kind of concerned as to how we were going to get enough blackstone if we couldn't find a delta to build with, because it's such a pretty block. In previous snapshots, when you bonemealed a twisting or a weeping vine, they used to grow super long, but now when you bonemeal them, they grow to a more reasonable size. Similar behavior can now be found in kelp, except when you bonemeal it, I find that it only grows up by one. I could have sworn in previous snapshots it kind of acted like the twisting and weeping vines, so note that that's been changed as well. Big news for the iron farm community, villagers can now spawn in iron golems regardless of their profession status or their latest working time, which is going to make iron farms even easier because now you don't have to worry about professions or workstations. Okay, but can we talk about how cool this spawn is? We've got two villages surrounded by different types of shattered savanna. Oh, I might have to put the seed in the description. This is really cool. But the next thing that I want to talk about is actually in the Nether. So when you grow nether sprouts, which I should remind you is when you bonemeal either nylium or crimson nylium, you can get this stuff and you can get this stuff, which are nether sprouts. You now need shears to break them. I do want to note though that you can still break crimson roots and warped roots as well as warped fungus just with your hand. It's only the sprouts that need shears. I might not know a lot about technical changes, but I think I've got this one pretty good. So they've tweaked mob spawning to more closely adhere to the mob cap rules, and on top of that, fish now have their own mob category and mob cap, so they won't affect the old passive mobs that chill over yonder. So some interesting bugs were introduced over the last couple snapshots, and they've been patched in this one. For example, there was one bug where villagers would stand up out of their beds at night, and then they would never be able to sleep in that bed again. But that's been patched. Unfortunately, so has the Wither Rose mechanic of like mobs being able to spawn inside that same block. But, you know, I understand it. That is way overpowered, but sad to see it go. Piglins and hoglins weren't getting zombified in the end, but as you can see, they're both zombified properly now. Can I just say, that was great timing on my part. And that tiny little visual bug that stopped redstone from showing up on the side of soul sand blocks has also been patched. Iron golems wouldn't stop spawning, which has now been patched, but because of the new iron rules, I'm sure that won't be too big of an issue. And on top of that, villagers just weren't sleeping at night. So a lot of village bugs have been patched in this snapshot, but looks like everything's starting to go smoothly, and it looks like we're starting to gear up to see 1.16 come out in the very near future. And if you want to be notified the second 1.16 comes out, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and you ring that bell, because I make these videos almost as soon as these snapshots come out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if there's anything that I missed that you think I should have pointed out, leave it in the comments section. But until next time, this is Dewlan, and I'll see you later. Bye now.